Hello, friends. We often hear the words, "As you sow, so shall you reap." I think we all understand that their main task is to instill in us the understanding of responsibility for our actions and to make it clear that everything in this world comes back like a boomerang. Personally, I cannot prove or refute this statement, but be that as it may, many facts speak to one thing. Everything we do in life will certainly return in double. And today, I'm going to tell you a story that's been on the internet for a while now, but I'm confident that everyone needs to hear it. One day, a man was driving on the highway when he saw a woman standing next to her car on the side of the road. It was already getting dark, and it was obvious that the lady didn't know what to do about her car. The man stopped near her expensive Mercedes, and getting out of the car, heard his old Ford hissing. The woman got worried, but she tried to hide her anxiety behind the smile, because in the 2 hours she'd been there, no one stopped to offer her their help, except for this man. But why is he here? He looks poor and hungry. What if he's dangerous? Different thoughts were spinning in the woman's head. The man was good at reading people, so he immediately noticed that the old lady tensed up, which is why he said, "Hello, can I help you? I'll take a look at your car, and you can wait inside to stay warm. You'll be safe there. My name is Brian Anderson, by the way." It turned out that it was just a flat tire, but for the helpless older woman, even something so minor was a big problem. But Brian dealt with the flat tire in just a couple of minutes, after which the elderly lady opened the window and addressed the man. She said that she was from St. Louis and that she was in a hurry to get home that evening, but instead, she found herself stuck alone on the side of the road. Of course, the woman was deeply grateful to her savior and only regretted one thing, that she couldn't appropriately thank the man for his help. But Anderson just smiled in response. The woman asked how much she could pay the man for his help, adding that any amount would be acceptable in this situation. But I think you already guessed that Brian refused to take any money for his help. He remembered all those people who'd once given him a helping hand in difficult moments in his life, without asking for anything in return. He just looked at the stranger with a smile and said, "If you really want to thank me, you can help another person in need, and just think of me at that moment." As Brian watched the elderly lady start the car and drive off safely down the highway, he felt that this unexpected opportunity to do some good was filling his heart with warmth after the cold and rather unfortunate day he was having. Then he got into his old Ford and headed home. But this was only the beginning of the story. The elderly woman drove for a few miles and stopped at a roadside cafe. It was a typical cafe by a gas station. The tables weren't very clean and the interior was rather dull. This establishment made the woman feel rather uneasy. This feeling would have probably completely ruined her appetite, but she suddenly noticed the waitress, and behind the girl's pleasant smile, she saw exhaustion and pain. It was strange, but at that moment, the woman suddenly recognized herself in the young girl. Just half an hour ago, she stood helplessly on the highway, while cars rushed past her. Moreover, the woman noticed that the waitress was pregnant, and she immediately thought of Brian. After she was done with their dinner, the woman slightly put $500 on the table and quickly left the establishment. I don't think I even need to say it, but 5 minutes later, when the young waitress came to the table and saw the money, tears came streaming down her face. There was a napkin under the money, and it read, "Thank you for dinner. You don't owe me anything. I understand you perfectly because just recently one person also helped me and I didn't ask for anything in return. Now I'm helping you, and if you want to thank me, then just continue this chain of kindness and help someone in need." Inspired by this gesture of kindness, the waitress couldn't come to her senses all evening, and even when she got home, she couldn't stop thinking about that woman. How did she know that we needed money so badly? We're going to have a baby soon, and we're completely broke. That's what the woman was thinking as she went to bed and hugged her sleeping husband. He worried about their family every day and took any job he could find, even the dirtiest and most difficult ones. After kissing him, she whispered in his ear, "We'll be fine. I love you very much, my Brian Anderson." Everything we do, every single one of our actions, either big or small, they all get recorded in the book of life, and none of them go unnoticed. If you can do good, be sure to do it. Don't expect appreciation or praise. Don't do it expecting fate to pay you back. Never do good for the sake of gratitude or reward. Life sets its own priorities, and no one really knows when or in what way the boomerang of goodwill will come back to you. But you can be sure of one thing: it will come back without fail. So friends, do you think it really works this way? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. And that's all for today. Rate the video and see you soon. Bye.